Live in high definition, taking action, getting results. This is News Channel 3 at 6.
New video tonight of the thieves who stole a number of air conditioners from an assisted living home in Chesapeake. Why the owner says he was relieved to see who did it.
You're going to die slowly. That's what this man allegedly said to his ex-girlfriend before pushing her into a room and setting her apartment on fire.
People scrambled to escape a massive fire at an Ocean View hotel, and they tell us they didn't hear a single fire alarm.
Good evening, I'm Kurt Williams.
And I'm Beverly Kidd. We begin tonight with that breaking news from the M-Star Hotel on Shore Drive in Norfolk.
We have team coverage tonight from the scene. Both News Channel 3 investigator Mike Mather and Kelly Rule join us from outside that hotel.
And we start tonight with Mike. And Mike, it seems like there were some safety concerns here.
Yeah, there is no doubt that some of the residents here say there is a tremendous safety concern. At least 11 of the 12 people we talked to said they did not hear a smoke alarm, did not hear a fire alarm, and this is as the fire is coming through the roof and the smoke is billowing into their rooms. In fact, even 9 hours later, they're just putting some more water on this hotel behind us. We've seen a plume of smoke erupt from that hotel just in the past few minutes. More than 50 firefighters were actively fighting this fire, and more than 100 people in total were assigned here, both as investigators and support personnel. The Red Cross here is it well. But they certainly have a big question on their hands. That is, how could a hotel like this catch on fire and none of the fire alarms ever activated?
It was terrifying.
Dozens of people fled the M-Star Hotel on Shore Drive this morning as flames ate through the roof. Most left with nothing. Some grabbed what they could. Their stories revealed a blaze that started in the attic, perhaps an hour before anyone called the fire department.
8 o'clock, I woke up to the smell of burning plastic, and I called down, let them know I smelled burning plastic, and a little bit of smoke started to fill my room.
A few doors away, Emily Shomish noticed smoke oozing from the electrical outlets.
The plugs were smoking, and then my bathroom just started smoking.
Jenkins said he started gathering his belongings, and after about 20 minutes, he could hear the flames spreading above the ceiling. You are hearing the fire in the attic, yes, but you never heard a fire alarm.
No fire alarm, no smoke detectors went off, nothing, the whole time, nothing.
Others said the same.
No alarm went off, nothing.
We didn't hear no alarms, we didn't nothing go off, wasn't no warning or nothing.
Emily did hear an alarm in her room, but she told us when she went to the office to report it, they sent her back to her room. Not long after, smoke and flames broke through the roof.
And that's when we panicked, smoke was coming in our room.
No one was hurt in the fire, but 2 people from the hotel later went to the hospital. Fire officials said they suffered medical problems. And many here said with no alarm sounding, they are thankful others banged on doors to save them.
If it wasn't from the person banging on the door, we would have been in there, we wouldn't have been alive.
And you get a sense of just how hot and how difficult this fire was to fight here, because we are now 9 hours past the fire start time, and they are still putting water on some hot spots up there in the attic and in the second floor of this hotel. That one woman we talked to said she did hear an alarm briefly in her room. It woke her up at 8, but then the alarm went off. She went downstairs to tell them to send her back to the room, but no one else, none of the 12 people I talked with said they heard any kind of alarm, any kind of smoke alarm here. We have been trying throughout the day to talk to the owners of this hotel. In fact, Allison Mechanic went to the home of the owner and left a message there to try to find out why so many people would say that with fire chewing through this building and people evacuating, that no alarms went off, and we still do not have an answer to that question, but we will keep digging and bring that to you as soon as we can find out what was going on here at this hotel behind me. And I'm live in Ocean View. Mike Mather, News Channel 3.
Thank you so much, Mike. And News Channel 3's Kelly Rule continues our team coverage tonight. More than 50 firefighters battling this 2-alarm fire at this hotel, Kurt.
And they did that while also getting hit with the 90-degree temperatures. So, Kelly, what did they have to say?
Well, Kurt, they did tell me that luckily no firefighters were injured out here today, but you can only imagine how hot this hotel was earlier today with the heat coming off of it. And as you can see, it's still smoking. And that, coupled with today's hot temperatures, did make for some rough conditions for firefighters out here today.
That's always a concern, definitely part of your assessment when you're going to battle the blaze.
Battalion Chief Julian Williamson is talking about fellow firefighters and the heat, the temperature outside and coming off the flames, shooting out of the M-Star Hotel this morning. all while having an additional 35 to 45 pounds of gear on their backs.
As that stuff gets wet, your clothes get wet, the gears get wet, that water adds weight, to the gear. Your mobility in it is limited also.
So after responding to the scene around 9 this morning, Chief Williamson says they took action right away. They upgraded the fire to a second alarm and called in additional resources, including a mass casualty unit equipped with air conditioning, cots, and seats. Then they began rotating firefighters every 10 to 15 minutes instead of the normal 25 to 30 minutes.
Get them out of the work zone, get them rehab, water, Gatorade, get a set of vitals. We want to check them out, make sure everything's back in normal limits, everything's working fine before we get them back to work.
Chief Williamson says they'd take action the same way, even if they were handling a small house fire. And during the summer, they have a policy to prepare for the heat before their shift even starts.
We encourage our firefighters to start rehabbing, drinking fluids, hydrating 24 to 48 hours, before they report on duty.
Simple steps that get results, especially during difficult days like today. Now again, Chief Williamson tells me there were no firefighter injuries today and also no issues with heat exhaustion, and the investigation into the cause of this fire is still ongoing. Live in Ocean View, I'm Kelly Rule, News Channel 3.
We have complete coverage of this fire online. For all the latest details and developments, be sure to keep an eye on WTKR.com.
And in Hampton, 2 people are still in the hospital and 6 other people, including 4 children, are without a home tonight. That after a huge fire ripped through a duplex on Homestead Avenue around 1 o'clock this morning. 2 people were rescued from the 2nd floor. A man had to be pulled from the home because he was unconscious. Officials tell us the fire started on the exterior of the home near the downstairs balcony, and the flames reached the 2nd floor. No word on what caused the fire to start. Now, some disturbing new details about an arrest out of Newport News tonight. You're going to die slowly. Court documents say Sharif Bird said that to his ex-girlfriend after he lit a fire in her bedroom. Bird's charged with arson and attempted murder. The court documents say Bird's ex-girlfriend told police he came over to her apartment in Newport News. There was an argument. That's when court documents say the ex-girlfriend said Bird began cursing, tearing up her belongings, and then lit a fire in her bedroom. Now, the woman tried to get out of the apartment, but the paperwork says Bird pushed her back into the room, closed the door, and kept on saying, "You're going to die slowly." Bird is being held without bond.
Now to Virginia Beach, where 2 gunfights broke out in the same night, just half a mile apart. Tonight, Beach police are looking for 2 shooters they believe are responsible. News Channel 3's Marissa Jasic joins us now live on Baker Road. And Marissa, that's where the second shooting happened.
That's right, Kurt. About an hour and a half after that first shooting, police say a gunfight happened in the parking lot of this 7-Eleven. And as my photographer pans out, you can see just how many apartment complexes surround this store, which is why police say they were inundated with calls about these shootings last night. And neighbors say that police had the roads blocked off as they were canvassing the area for these 2 gunmen that are still on the loose tonight.
It's scary because you don't know what's going to happen.
With their rifles out, blocking off streets, police canvassed the area last night along Baccalaureate Drive, searching for 2 gunmen.
We just looked outside and it was just police and just told us to get back in. We never knew anything.
This woman, who took the photos, was too scared to go on camera, but wanted to share the pictures she nervously took behind her apartment windows. She never heard any shots, but police say this is where the first of 2 gunfights happened.
They had both ends of the streets blocked out so nobody could come in or out.
What were you thinking? Because you were looking through your blinds when you saw this.
I was just concerned about the kids. I didn't know what was going on.
Police say the second shooting happened an hour and a half later at 9:30 around the corner in the parking lot of this 7-Eleven on Baker Road. A man who lives nearby and called police says he heard 6 distinct gunshots. Virginia Beach police say they believe the shootings stem from an argument between 2 groups. Though they haven't identified everyone involved, they only believe there were 2 shooters. 2 cars were hit by the gunfire. No one was shot, but police say a man was injured after tripping and falling on a glass bottle as he ran away from the shooting. No one else was hurt, but neighbors worry that won't be the case next time.
You don't know if something's going to come through the window or come through the house or anything. All you can do is just hope that it doesn't.
And right now, police only have a vague description of these two suspects, so they need you to take action. If you have any information, they're asking you to call the crime line. Live in Virginia Beach, Marissa Jasic, News Channel 3.
News Channel 3, your official home of the Skins, and many people from Hampton Roads are at Skins training camp in Richmond today.
Braving the heat, and News Channel 3 caught up with a group of local fans who had a chance to meet their favorite players.
Is everybody having a good time today?
Yes.
So who's your favorite player?
RG3.
So did you get any autographs already?
Yes, we did. Yes.
What autograph did you get?
I got Gillette, number 58.
Junior Gillette?
Yes.
You guys have an interaction? Did you talk to him?
Well, hello, how you doing? And hope you're having a good year this year. I'm getting this for my grandson, Jamel.
You have several signatures on there. Who else do you have on there?
Number 82, 83, and Gillette, of course, is 58.
Who is that right there?
Mr. Dixon.
Yeah? Is he your favorite player?
Yes, he is. He's very polite, very nice. I like him. I wanted to know whether or not he slapped, whenever he hit somebody, whether or not he knocked their soul out the body, because he got a big foot.
What did he say?
Well, I do have size 14s. That's what he said. I believe him. And then I backed away. I took a picture of his shoes, though.
You're a Cowboy fan? You took a bunch of Redskins fans up
Yes,
here?
sir.
Did you lose a bet?
I didn't bet nobody, but I'm still a Cowboy fan. So all these veterans here, they are all Redskin fans.
Redskins! All right, have you knocked the soul out of someone? Okay.
Yeah, they did have a great time today. Practice resumes tomorrow when the Houston Texans are in town.
All right, News Channel 3 will be there to bring you the latest news. Well, News Channel 3 taking action against crime. We were the first to tell you about a break-in in Chesapeake. Thieves got away with more than a dozen air conditioners, and now new surveillance video captures the culprits in the act, while the owner was relieved to get a look at the crooks.